Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the Manifest It Masterclass. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. So excited. So let me just start by introducing myself. I'm Jessica Doman, and I am a mom who lost myself in the journey of motherhood, of working. I have this incredible corporate job where I was earning six figures and traveling all over. I had done all the things on paper, right? I had gone to college, I had gotten married, I had bought a house, we had a dog, I was pregnant, I had a baby, and all of these things. And yet I felt this like profound, wow, this is all there is. This is it. Like there was no excitement, no like, oh, it was the same old, like, and I literally had done all of the things, right, that I was taught growing up, and I just felt unfulfilled. And maybe that isn't the right word. I had felt just a deep sense of more, a desire for more. And I wasn't really sure what that more is. Since then, I've identified and I've helped hundreds of women and moms identify that feeling for more when you're at that point is desire, what you desire, what's in your heart. What do you desire? For me, I desire to give generously. I desire this year a $50,000 check to our local women's shelter. I desire to be surprised every day. I desire to not be so planned out in my day that there's no room for incredible magic that the universe wants to bring me. I desire to be in flow. I desire to be in a passion-filled marriage. I desire to be the fun mom, not the mom who always like eat your vegetables. That when I learned that and I grasped this concept 4 years ago, I found mindset and personal growth. It vastly changed my life. And in that, I found manifestation. And I realized what a powerful manifester I was. And I pulled out these gifts in myself and have since totally turned my life around. I had a side hustle business turn full time, which allowed me to quit my corporate job. And I did that and I was quote unquote very successful. And that led an incredible team, loved every second of it. And then decided I didn't want to hustle anymore. I didn't want to be on my phone all the time. I didn't want to have to push products in people's faces. I wanted to embody this incredible life that I had. And I desired to walk hand in hand with other women, helping them live their lives like what they desire and manifest their desires into their reality, which has brought me to where I am today. And today we're going to talk about manifestation. I'm going to break it down for you what it is. I'm going to keep this masterclass in an hour time frame because I know that we are all very busy and I want to give you potent, give it to you straight information, and then I want you to go and take action on it. So that is my story. I'm here today, and literally this is my magic, this is my mission, this is my medicine. The universe channel things in from the universe, and this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Exactly where I'm supposed to be, delivering this to this world, delivering this to you that are watching, delivering it to women and moms in my world. And I cannot tell you what an incredible journey it's been to get to know the women and moms I've had the privilege of coaching into their lives and watch them grow and transform their own lives. Where I came from being so unhappy in myself to now every day I wake up smiling. And I'm so excited. I love who I see in the mirror. I love who I am. I love my marriage. I love my life. It just gets more magical. And I'm here for all of the magic. And I want to invite you into it. So today, if you're just now listening, and then if this is the first time you've been here, I invite you to say hi. Let me know if this is the first time that you're watching me live. And I invite you to open your heart and really tune in today. So let's get into it, shall we? What is manifestation? I'm going to write down one thing here that I just channeled. Thank you for that, universe. What is manifestation? Manifestation is essentially the whatever you think in your mind, whatever you feel, okay, in your mind about something, you can manifest it into your physical reality. So for example, let's say I want to manifest, and here's what I want you to know. You're manifesting things all the time. Whether you think you are or not, it is it was born in you. It was your birthright. Just like breathing was your birthright, so is manifestation. And you're currently manifesting things, and you might say, just no way. And this is the hard thing about that is sometimes you're manifesting things you don't want, you don't desire. And a lot of times then you're like, this manifestation thing doesn't work because I'm trying to manifest things. Well, look at what I'm getting. And we're going to talk about why that might be and how you can actually ask the quantum field in the universe for what you do desire, not what you don't. Okay. And invite you in to master manifestation for yourself. So you were born to manifest. You were born to do this. You literally think things in your mind, right? This happens to you all the time. You think about something in your mind, you're like, oh man, I haven't seen like an orange Jeep in a while. And then one passes down the road. Man, you know what? I haven't heard from so-and-so in a while. And then you pick up your phone and so-and-so is calling you. Oh my goodness. You know what? My husband and I actually haven't talked about that in a while. And he brings it up to dinner. This happens to you all of the time. Those are little manifestations. You had this dream car and now you're driving it. You had this desire to be a mom of 3 boys and now you have 3 boys. You had a desire to be married. You had a desire to live in this type of a house. You had a desire to go on vacation here, all of these things, right? And it happens for you. It happens for you. Now, within that, there is likely some also things that you've manifested that you didn't desire. And that is twofold. So, first off, what do you believe about manifestation? Because when we really get into the beliefs of manifestation, is where we can really see where there might be a difference in manifesting what we do desire and what we don't. And there's a couple of things. When you are going to manifest, you want to ask for what you want, all right? Not what you don't want. I've mentioned that before. But what do you believe about what you're asking for? So let's say you desire, you're just thinking about it, right? And let's say you're desiring a vacation to Bali. Let's just say that. And you're just like thinking about but in the back of your mind, right? You're like, no way, that can never happen. We could never afford that. I could never take that much time off of work. How could I ever sit on a plane for that long? Plane tickets right now, like, oh, Regis, I could never do that. So when you're thinking about something, and like it's a desire in your body, it feels good. You're like, man, I could just like love to be in Bali, just like sitting in meditation all day, like just enjoying the outside, all of these things. But in the back of your mind, right, there's a belief that says, oh, no way, I can never do that. That belief, a lot of the time, will cancel out that manifestation because you don't actually believe you can have it. And so you're sending mixed messages to the universe like, oh, yeah, I really want it, but I don't think I can have it. So don't give it to me anyways, right? Now, where this shows up for you is a lot of times in what you don't want. Meaning, I don't want, a lot of times I would think about worry and fear in our lives. So, I desire my kids to be healthy and strong. What is the opposite of that? They're not, right? So a lot of times people will think about what they don't want, right? And they'll make 1,000 backup plans for what they don't want instead of what they do want. So when you get really clear on what you do want, we're going to talk a little bit about this later, but when you get really clear on what you do want, you only ask for what you want. You don't think about all of the zillion things that could go wrong or that wouldn't be what you want. The universe doesn't negate. It doesn't know the word don't. Right? So oftentimes you put more energy, more feeling, more belief around what you don't want than what you do. Okay, so I'm going to leave that little nugget for you there. But I want you, when you're thinking about things, and you'll become aware of this now as you're like driving in the car and you're thinking about what you'd like to do, what you want next. When you hear that little voice come up that says, I could never do that. That would cost too much money. Or how could I ever sit in a plane for that long? Or all these things. I want you to quietly say to yourself, you know what? Thank you for that thought, but I release you. I don't need you. And then allow yourself to sink back into that feeling. In this case, going to Bali. And then a thought comes up that you can't do that. You know what? Thank you for that feeling and thought, but I no longer need it. And I release you. And keep thinking about the Bali thing. Okay. When those thoughts come up, a thought and a feeling doesn't mean anything a thought doesn't mean anything unless you assign a feeling to it. Right? A lot of people will say in manifestation, to manifest your dreams, you have to be high vibe all the time. You can't think about the negative. You can't be sad. You have to be high vibe all the time. And that is nothing but BS. Nothing but BS. Because what's so important and how we were created was to actually live in our emotions, to be emotional. And when we cut ourselves off from certain emotions, we're not living in our truest highest self, right? We're not living for the highest good. We came here to have a human experience and to feel all of the feelings. And for those of us who aren't allowing that, we're cutting ourselves off from that. And that's a feeling we need to feel. So don't be afraid to think certain things. All right. For example, the trip to Bali, if it comes up and it says, I could never afford that, well, that's a negative thought. And don't shame yourself for thinking that, right? Because a thought is just a thought until you assign feeling to it, until you assign, why am I thinking that? That is like so crappy. I thought I've done so much personal work on like not feeling negative thoughts and like not having a bad money mindset. Like, why is this coming up? When you shame yourself like that and you assign a feeling to it of like frustration and judgment, all the things, that's when it has power to the universe and can manifest it in that way. Otherwise, a thought is just a thought. Don't be terrified of your thoughts. There's no need for you to be terrified of your thoughts. Okay. So let's look at manifestation on a way that I think we can all, that I know we can all view it. All right. So there are manifestation, really our whole world is based in energy, right? This water here in my hand, the phone, the oracle deck, the mouse here, everything is energy, right? Everything is vibrating at an energetic level. And the energetics of something is the energetics of me and my body when I think certain thought, right? What energetic frequency am I at? And am I at a really high energetic frequency? Am I crying in bed because I'm profoundly sad? And so I'm at a lower energetic frequency. That's energetics. And you can manifest things if you're an energetic match for them, meaning you're on the same level, the same line as the thing that you're asking for. I'll just break it down this way. When you go to Target, okay, think of the quantum field this way. When you go to Target and you ask for your desire, I desire $1 million. Okay. The universe literally says, brings it out and is like, okay, is she a match for this? Beep. Nope. She's back. Is she a match for this? Ding, 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 ding. Yep. Here you go. It's yours. You're on the same energetic frequency. You're an energetic match for that. If you're not, it's not yours, right? And it goes back on the shelf for somebody else until you are an energetic match for it. And oftentimes there are things people are always like, well, how can I be an energetic match for things? Well, sometimes there's some belief work you need to do. Sometimes there's clearings and things that no longer serve you that you're holding on to. Sometimes it's getting out of your own way to be able to receive your manifestation into your reality from the quantum field. It can be a lot of things, but simply put, it's this. It's allowing yourself to feel the feelings while also thinking and feeling about your manifestation coming to you, being the person you're going to be when that manifestation shows up into your reality. So now when we talk about energetics on that level, let's talk about manifestation frequencies, all right, or the line of manifestation. So let's say on this manifestation level is like a $50,000 a year job, $150,000 home, hardly have enough money to pay your bills, struggling to make ends meet, I have to buy everything on sale, the groceries, all of these things. And then on this level, higher than that, the next level up is $150K a year, $400,000 house, brand new car every year, dinner parties, all the things. Then this level, it's $8 million a year and freedom and travel and fun and luxury and jets and power and desire and incredible sex and all these things. Okay. So there are all these manifestation lines, okay, that you can be on. And the really cool thing I want you to know is if you're all the way up here, you can still come down to here. And if you're all the way down here, you can still come all the way up here. You can bounce between all three of these lines all day, every day if you wanted to. Okay. And in fact, you probably have, just haven't realized it. Something incredible has happened to you on the $8 million frequency line, right? Manifestation line. And something really shitty's happened to you on this 50K a year line, right? I want you to think about generationally and societally, how we are raised and what we are taught, right? I talked earlier about how as a woman, I felt like I had done everything on the checklist that I was supposed to do, right? Get married, graduate high school, go to college, graduate college, get married, buy a home, get a dog, get pregnant, all these things, right? So societally and generationally, we're taught we're going to go to college, we're going to get a job, and then we're going to we're going to buy a house, and then we're going to put a bunch of money in our 401k for retirement. We're going to work 40 hours a week for the rest of our lives at a job that we don't necessarily like, but hey, we got to do it anyways. And we're going to like barely make ends meet. And then we're going to retire. We're going to have like just enough money to scrape by, maybe not even enough money. So we might still have to work some jobs or we might just have to like save every freaking penny and never go on vacation and, never have more than enough. That's what we're taught, right? And that's what we're expected. That's at least that's what I was taught, and I know how my children are being taught in school. I'm teaching them very differently at home, but I still know that that is how the world operates because that's what we expect. And here's the thing, you manifest what you expect. So when you can expect, and we're going to get into this, but when you can expect bigger, different, expansive desires in your reality, when you can expect those, that's where you're going to manifest. So now let's talk about being on the other line, being on this top line. Okay, I gave you 3 lines, right? And there's like a zillion lines here, you guys. I just use that as an example. So let's say we're on the top line. What did I say with the top line? With 8 million, 10 million, something like that. Luxury cars, all the things. So let's say you're up here, right? And the sky is not even the limit. As one of my mentors, Melanie and Layer says, the sky is not even the limit. Luxury, travel, all the things, right? All this freedom and receiving money because you receive money, receiving wealth because you receive wealth, receiving love because you receive love, all these things, right? And knowing that you are limitless when you're on this level, right? This is your manifestation level, knowing that anything and everything is possible. And because you expect anything and everything is possible and you expect your desires to manifest, they do. They do. So, how can you get on this level? That's what you're thinking, right? Just how can I get on that level? You can get on that level by believing you can get on that level, by expecting your manifestations to come true and following my 5-step manifestation process that I'm going to give you guys in a few minutes. You can get on that level by believing, by knowing in all your heart that you're supported and loved by the universe. By believing and knowing that when you go to the target, the quantum field that happens to look like target and ask for all your things, this is how I explain it, of all your manifestations you want. And if you're not an energetic match for them at that time, you can know and believe that it's on its way to you because you've asked for it. Because we live in a supportive universe that's always conspiring in our favor. I would invite you, anything hard that you've been through. Because listen, I sit here today and always, and I've been through some stuff. Some stuff. As a child, my parents divorced when I was younger. My dad is an alcoholic. I was driving when I was 13 and went to tons of Al-Anon meetings and on lots and lots of freaking therapy, you guys. Lots of therapy as a kid. And then just like had a lot of that hurt, anger, resentment in my life as I got older. I got married and we had a beautiful baby. And then when we went to get pregnant our second time, I had a miscarriage and then I couldn't get pregnant for a really long time. And so much heartbreak in that, so much heartbreak in that. And we did IUI and it worked the first time. And we have Connor, our miracle baby. And when I was really pregnant, my husband and I went through some really dark things the second time when I was pregnant with our miracle baby, really dark things, which left us with the choice to make, are we going to stay together? Are we not? And that was heartbreaking. And so I want you to know, I sit here with you today and know that like I've been through some stuff and we all go through some stuff. But I know, and I invite you into this too. I know when I can look back on all that stuff, I know that all that had to happen for me to stay here today. I know that all the medical things I went through, I had to go through to stay here today. I know that no matter what, I'm going to be okay, right? I know that no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And so that is no longer a fear of mine. And I invite you to look at any of the stuff you've been through. Can you see how that maybe happened in your favor? I can see in my marriage, that's the most recent, like darkest, biggest thing that we walked through, that we had to walk through that in order to be where we are now in this incredible marriage that we're in. That I always desire to have that we never did, but we did now. And we never would have had it had we not walked through all that stuff. And here's the other thing I want to tell you. Just because you've been through some stuff and people don't understand it, doesn't mean it's any less than. You'll never understand what I walked through, even if you walk through something similar. You weren't me. I'll never understand what you walked through because I'm not you. So what we can do to support each other is say, hold hands. You know what? I'll never understand what you're going through. I can understand pain on a level, maybe not your pain, but I want you to know I'm here for you. I'm here and I'm holding you in that. I got into that because I want you to see that everything is happening to you, for you, excuse me, not to you. And that no matter what, you're going to be okay. That everything is always working out in your favor. And when you can trust and believe in that, there is a that already puts you on a different frequency, right? Instead of this, how many people do you know? I know so many people that are like, poor me, this always happens to me. Like, oh yeah, I got a big bonus at work, and then I got a, $50,000 bill in the mail, and I'm always sick, and I always have to work a late shift at work, and yeah, yeah, la, 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 right? Oh, well, that's just my luck. I never get lucky. Like, yeah, I'll probably have to, yeah, take out another loan for that. And like, it just never goes planned. It's always something every time I turn around. Yeah. Yes, I know those people too, right? And guess what happens? Because that's what they expect, right? So they keep manifesting those things. When you can expect, when you're already like, okay, I'm being supported, I'm taken care of, no matter what, I'm going to be okay. You're already on a different manifestation line. You're already at a different energetic level. You're already at a higher energetic baseline. And so what happens is then you can trust, you can believe, you can surrender more that your manifestations are on their way to you. Okay. So first and foremost, that you guys, when you can be on that level to know you're trusted and supported, that's the foundation. And I do a lot of this work with my one-on-one clients or in Mom's Manifestation Academy, which you're going to hear more about later. You build this foundation and then you step into my 5-step manifestation process. So I'm going to talk to you guys about my manifestation process right now. But I want you to know that I invite you to try it out. Yes, it does work. But I also want you to know if you haven't built a strong, steady foundation where you feel supported and you believe in the support of the universe, that it might not work. And I want you to be okay with that. And if it doesn't, I want you to be patient and come back and work on your foundation, build in your foundation, your security, your trust in the universe, or reach out to me. And together we can build it. Because once you have this solid foundation, I'm telling you what, my central nervous system has never been so calm. Anxiety runs deep in my family, my grandma, my mom, my sister, all these things. When I have cut through all the BS, all the stuff I've walked through, I no longer have a deep rooted fear. I no longer get anxious about things. And that in itself is so freaking gold because I'm tapped into the divine. I'm tapped in the universe. And I know I'm always supported and taken care of. I know that even if I can't see the next 5 steps, I'm going to be okay because I have been. When you have that belief, your body can relax. Your central nervous system can be calm. You can release weight like that. You can be here for the magic. Let's talk about my 5-step manifestation process. All right, so this is a manifestation process that I have curated throughout let me just break it down for you. Throughout my 4 years, the last 4 years, I've really studied manifestation, and my entire lifetime, as I look back, that I've been using manifestation in my life to be in this life that I'm currently living. And I've always been a positive person, which I don't think you have to be positive in order to manifest your desires. I think you desire to be positive to be happy and all that, but I also don't think you have to be positive all of the time. But I know that in my personality, my soul was prepping me for this, as to sit here and deliver this potent, energetic frequency to you all in terms of leading manifestation and the codes I'm dropping to you. The codes that you can calibrate up to learn manifestation for you, for yourself, for the world, for you, for me, for the world, for you, for your family, for the world. And so I created this, you guys, in my 4 years that I've really dug deep into personal growth and manifestation and mindset and all of this. And I've invested over $100,000 in learning from coaches and mentors and programs and attended advanced trainings and retreats and meditations and all of these things. I'm delivering this to you, okay, in this current sacred container in this free masterclass. And so you're going to get it all of it. And so this manifestation process is 5 steps. And step number 1 is desire. And so this is getting really, really clear on what you desire, because this is the step number 1. This is how the quantum field, the universe knows what to bring you, what it is that you desire. And oftentimes as women and moms, and I have this really incredible desires activation that I have inside Mom's Manifestation Academy to help you really tune into what you desire in your life, because So many of us don't know what we want. What do we desire? I don't know. I've taken care of my kids for so long. I don't even know. Am I even allowed to desire anything anymore? I'm not really sure. And so I want you to get really clear what you desire, because when you go to the quantum field, aka target of the quantum field, you have to be really clear about what you desire. So I desire XYZ. I desire a brand new car. I desire a Toyota Sienna. Is that even the car? I don't even know. I desire a home in Florida. I desire a mountain home, a ski out in Colorado, all these things. When you go to the target of the quantum field, you need to ask for what you desire and be very clear about it. Okay. Now, we talked a little bit about this before. The universe does not negate. So it doesn't have the word don't. All right. So lots of times what will happen is you'll go to the target of the quantum and you'll say, I do not want a red car. And the quantum field says, Jessica Doman would like a red car. No. I said I do not want a red car. Hey, hurry up back there, Jessica. I'm gonna really like a red car. No. I don't want a red car. Lady, listen, you're very busy here taking orders from everyone and what they want from the quantum field. You said you want a red car? It's on its way. Hey, hurry up back there already. You're not listening to me. I do not want a red car. I do not want a red car. I don't like the way that it looks. I don't like how dirty it will get. So many people have red cars. I do not want a red car. I had a red car before. I don't want another one. They cost more money. They cost more to insure. I don't want a red car. I don't like red. Hurry up, please, with her red car. She wants it now. No, I said I don't want a red car. What's wrong with you? Why can't you understand me? Lady, listen. You keep asking for this red car and I'm giving it to you. This is legit the conversation that you have with the universe. Ask for what you want, not what you don't. For some reason, and I can't figure out where, we were taught to ask for what we don't want, not what we do. That doesn't do anybody any good. What do you want? I want a white car. I desire a white car. Oh, I desire a white luxury SUV for plenty of room for my family and I to roll around in. Hey, Sam in the back. Jessica wants a white luxury SUV with plenty of room for her kids. And it's like, hey, there you go. There you go. So often we don't know how to ask for things. So funny. I see this all the time. And I'm teaching my children to like, what do you want? Ask for it and you get it, right? My husband all the time, like, okay, you're upset. Okay, you're allowed to feel upset for sure, but tell us what you want. And you can likely have it, but tell us what you want, right? We can't read your mind. Neither can the quantum field, which is why when we go to the quantum field, when I say go to the quantum field, it's like when you're talking, right, out loud to the quantum field, or when you're praying or you're in meditation about it, that's going to the quantum field. You say what you desire, whatever it is, not what you don't. And then you are an energetic match for it or not, right? And sometimes you don't know you're an energetic match for it right away. Sometimes it takes it a while, right? Like in today's day and age for cars, like it might take you a year to get it. You order it and it'll be a year later. So go place your order and be very clear about it. And then as you're still thinking about calling in your manifestation, after you said to the universe, you've declared that this is what you want, keep thinking about it. Don't think about your backup plans. Like, oh, well, if I don't get the white car, then I guess I gotta get a black one. Oh, if I don't get that luxury car that I wanted because they don't have it, I guess the second best thing would be this car instead. And I'd be okay with that, I guess. And then, because I guess it's enough room, even though it'll be kind of tight in the back, but it isn't exactly what I want, but I guess I could settle for it anyways. But, as long as it's not red, but then I don't know, white, like it's a lot too. So the universe does not hear the word don't. It doesn't it picks up on feelings, right? It's like, okay, so what the heck do you want? Think about it this way. This is the best thing when my husband and I talk about this. Like as a woman, right? And I have all these feelings and all these emotions. And when I don't tell him exactly what I desire, and I expect him to read my mind, or he tries, but then it's not, he's wrong. And I'm like super upset about it. And yeah, it doesn't end well, right? Right. So instead of, okay, hey babe, this is what I desire for tonight. I desire your help in helping put the boys to bed. I desire a mile walk around the lake, and I desire to have an incredible romantic night with you, like in the hot tub, and then all of the things. Okay. And then all those things can happen because I asked for it versus thinking about oh man, I really thought he would help me put the boys to bed tonight, even though I know he's going to be out later. And then, oh, man, I didn't get a walk in. Maybe he'll just ask me randomly, oh, would you like to go for a walk? I don't know about you, but I just don't think men operate that way. You have to tell them what you want. It's the same thing with the universe. Be very clear on what you want. Don't think about your 8,000 backup plans, right? If your white car doesn't work out, I guess black, and then maybe green, and then purple, and then if I have to red. No, think about the universe as a man. They can get confused if you don't tell them what you want, right? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Tell them exactly what you want. Tell the universe exactly what you want. Unless you want to be surprised. The universe, I would like a new car, a new luxury car that fits my whole family. I don't care what it is, I don't care what color it is. Surprise me. But I want a brand new luxury car. Thank you. Yes, please, more please. When you don't ask for what you want, and or when you ask for it, and then you like muddy it all up with like all your thoughts and feelings of all these other things. What if it doesn't happen? What if I can't afford it? Blah, 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 blah. For whatever reason we were taught, and again, I can't figure it out, to have a zillion backup plans because we don't. And how this shows up, and this used to be me, is because you don't have any trust in the universe. You don't have any faith in the universe that the universe is actually going to deliver it to you. So instead, you think you need to have 50 backup plans for it, but you don't. Ask for what you want, believe it's going to happen, and receive it in. That's it. That's all you have to do. So step number 1 is get really clear on your desire. Ask for it, how you want it. Ask for what you want. Trust, believe, surrender, and allow it to come to you. Step number 2 is clear. Clear what's coming up for you. Earlier, we talked about that whatever's in your head that says, oh, I can't have that. I can't do that. I can't sit and clean that long when we were talking about going to Bali. I can't think about that happening to me. I can't imagine that happening to me. All these things, right? Get very, very clear on what you do want. And also listen for what comes up for you. When you say, I desire to go to Bali, I desire a white luxury car. I desire XYZ. What comes up for you? What thoughts come up for you in the back of your mind when that happens? Is that I can't have that, I can't do that, I can't be that, I can't afford that, all those things. Because they're the things that you need to clear. All right. Remember how earlier I said to you, when those thoughts and those feelings come up, you can say, hey, thanks for coming up. I actually don't need you. I'm going to release you. Thank you so much. And keep thinking about the thing that you desire. Think and feel about your desire. How's it going to feel when that manifestation comes true? You're going to have an incredible celebration, right? You're going to let your kids, you're going to ride around, driving around in your neighborhood with your kids outside of their seats. Let them sit in the front seat and enjoy your new car. You're going to fly first class to Bali. You're going to whatever. And who are you going to be? You're going to be the person that's happy, excited, fulfilled, who loves freedom, all these things, right? I just had this incredible epiphany, which is not appropriate to share with you right now, but wow. Okay. Thank you. Yes, please. More, please, universe. You can also clear the things that come up for you that are no longer serving you, that you might have energetic cords to. I just did this new energetic cord clearing for my girlfriend who had a past with somebody, and they keep coming into her current life. And she thought she cleared it out. I'm like, no, you're still energetically, I can see you're still connected to them. You need to do this energetic cord cutting and energetically cut yourself from them in the highest good of everyone involved, in the highest good for you and the highest good for him. And so she did it. She's been really much better. It's also will happen to people who can't fall asleep at night. It's because energetically you're tied to other people, all these people who are draining your energy. And therefore you're exhausted, but you're too tired for your body to let go and have its own energy back. So when you release these cords, you're able to really plug into your own energy and rest. It's just so amazing. But this is a great way to clear things. All right. There's a energetic clearing in there. And then I also invite them to take a release bath, which is you're in the bathtub, there's these specific instructions, and then you actually energetically release everything outside of your body that you no longer need, because you don't need those thoughts, those little BS beliefs that tell you can't have this, you can't do this, all these things. When you release those, when you clear those energetically, you can raise your energetic frequency, right? Remember how we talked about those manifestation lines? You can jump up your manifestation line to another energetic level to be available for your manifestations and other things on that manifestation line, on that higher energetic frequency. Step number 3 is to take action. And when I say action, I mean inspired action. And inspired action, intuitive action, is when your intuition tells you, for me, it's, hey, post this. Hey, teach on this masterclass. Hey, call so-and-so. Hey, invest in this property. Hey, invest in whatever. Hey, hire so-and-so as your coach. Hey, invest in you. All of these things. This is inspired action. And the incredible thing, a lot of people think that you can manifest just simply sitting on your couch, not doing anything. And I'm here to tell you that is not the truth. You can manifest using these 5 steps I'm giving you, but action is a part of it. You can't just sit on your couch and take no action and eat Dum-Dums all day. You have to take action. You have to take inspired action that the universe gives you. Because here's what happens. You go first. You place your order at the target of the quantum field. You clear what's no longer coming up for you. And the universe says, okay, she went first. She said she wants this. I need her to take some action to help a couple of things. Taking action allows the universe to see that you're serious about this. Yes, you do really want this. It allows other things in play to get energy bring you momentum for the thing that you asked for. And it allows for the universe to meet you halfway, if not more, and to surprise you with the exact thing you asked for or something better. And so when you take action, you're saying to the universe, yes, I still want this. Yes, I'm serious about it. Yes, I'm ready for momentum. Yes, I'm ready for you to meet you more halfway, if not more. And yes, I'm ready for this or something even better. When you get that inspired action and you're too afraid to take it, I can't possibly do that. I can't post that. I can't do that live video. I can't teach this masterclass. I can't ask for a raise. I can't ask for a divorce. I can't ask her to be my coach. I can't invest that level. I can't spend that kind of money on myself. Like, who am I? When you get that level of intuition and then you decide not to act on it, you block yourself from the magic that the universe wants to bring to you, from the thing that you've asked for. So you ask for this beautiful luxury car, okay? And the universe says, okay, you've asked for that. Go to this dealership and see if they have a luxury car and ask them if you can have it for this price. You're like, I can never ask them for that. Like, oh my gosh, no, this is the price that's listed. How or I don't think I'm good enough to even go to a dealership like that. They would literally be like, do you even have money for this? Just or whatever. Or like, oh my gosh, what would the neighbors on the street think of me if I roll in here with that luxury car? You have like all of these things that you're too afraid to do, even though the universe gave you inspired action to take. So let's say you don't do it. Fine, you don't do it. Then the message you send to the universe is like, okay, I'm not really serious about it. But the universe plays along because it loves you and it's always conspiring in your favor and will give you another bit of inspired action to, I don't know, call so and so and ask them if they could get you a deal on this car, or call this resort in Bali and say, like, hey, I'm coming, this is my budget. Do you have accommodations or can I just be in a shared room or whatever? And you still don't take it. The inspired action, the universe is like, okay, let's try again. And then in the meantime, you're getting so freaking frustrated because you're like, where the F is my manifestation? Hello, I asked for it. Like, where's it? Come on, come on, come on. When you don't take inspired action, it sends messages to the universe that you're not serious about it. And the universe will continue sending you inspired action for you to take. When you finally take one, the universe is like, okay, she's serious. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And then the universe meets you, right? Get a little like synchronicity. And the neighbor down the street has that same car. You're like, oh my gosh, if it's possible for her, it's possible for me. It's showing up in my reality. Like the universe is like, I hear you, I'm working on it. Like, let's keep going together. This is how it works. You go first, the universe responds. Also, I wrote a post like this, but I haven't posted it yet. And I'm going to say this because under step 3 action, oftentimes the universe will, for lack of a better word, it's not test. I don't like to say test. The universe will ask for confirmation that what you desire, what you're asking to manifest, is still really what you want. So oftentimes, let's use this example. My mentor, Melanie Lear, uses this. I love this example, but it's applicable for all things. But she used the men one, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's so good. So let's say you're manifesting the love of your life, and you desire to manifest the love of your life. You have, like you've written your list. Here's what you want him to look like. Here's all the attributes he has. All these things, and you're like, universe, I'm ready for the love of my life. Please send him to me. I know he's out there. I'm so ready. Yet in the past, you mothered all of these men who needed all your help and all the things. But you're done with that. You've like said to the universe, I'm done with those men. I'm ready for the love of my life. These are the attributes I'm looking for, all these things. So you go to the target of the quantum and you ask for it, whatever, and then you step back. And the universe says, okay, all right, you're ready for that. Cool. Well, as a confirmation, or some people say as a test, I'm going to send you a guy who was your type, who you say no longer is. And let's see how you react to him. Let's see if you're really ready for this incredible love of your life guy who I have over here. Let's just make sure that you're really not going to fall for this guy instead. Because this guy, this really incredible guy right here, he's ready for you. I'm not so sure you're ready for him. And he cannot have his heart broken. He couldn't handle that again. And so the universe sends you this guy. You're like, oh man, he's fine. Yeah. He must be it. I asked. Never seen me. Here we go. So you go for it, right? And then you find out, what the F? This is not the guy. And you saw it from the get-go. You're like, I asked for it, and this is him. And you saw all these red flags, right? How whatever, whatever. He didn't treat you right in the first day. He doesn't have a job, all these things, right? He met none of your list of your attributes. And the universe says, okay, well, she fell for him. So I'm so glad I didn't send her this guy over here because he could not handle having his heart broken again. And around and around and around and it goes. So I'm telling you this because at certain time, the universe will send you confirmation that this is really what you desire. And it is for you, for in your highest good, to say, like, to stand firm that, yeah, actually, no, I'm not. This is what I asked for. I will accept nothing less than that. Nothing less than that. This or something better is always in your manifestation. I desire to manifest this or something better, whatever that looks like. Never anything below. And that's a test, a confirmation. And if you fail it, there's no harm, right? The universe isn't mad at you. The universe doesn't assign meaning. We as humans assign good or bad. Good is $1 million, bad is bankruptcy. Good is $1 million home, bad is a shack in the ocean. Whatever. We assign meaning to that. So the universe doesn't give you meaning by you choosing, in this case, incorrectly or failing the test or deciding the confirmation that you're not ready for this dream back here. The universe isn't mad, but the universe does things for the highest good. So if it wasn't in your highest good, this guy's up here highest good, because you chose this guy here, then that's okay. Then you can try again, right? Every time that you're not an energetic match for it because you chose this guy here instead of this guy up here, instead of waiting for this guy up here, you get to try again. You get to go back to the target and try again, right? You get to step outside of the pattern, which we're in so many patterns. The pattern of picking the same guy all the time who needs help, who needs saved, who needs mothering. You get to choose and see the signs that, nope, actually, I don't want him. I'm going to stand here in my power and wait for somebody who actually is my dream guy, Now, that was step 3, taking action. Listen for the inspired action from the universe and take action on that. Step 4 is realign. So realign with what you desire. Do you still desire what you originally asked for? Or is it something different now? Are you still in the embodiment of it? Meaning, are you still being the woman, acting as if the woman who has that manifestation already? Are you still acting as if the woman who's flying first class to Bali? Or have you fallen below that and you're the woman who's like not sure she's going to make it to Bali, she doesn't know how it's going to happen, all these things. Are you stuck in that? And how can you realign if you fall out of alignment with the woman who is those things that's calling that manifestation? And confirm you're still desiring it, or has it changed? Because if your desire changes and instead you don't want to go to Bali, instead you want to go to Tahiti, go to the target of the quantum field and ask to go to Tahiti. And by go, again, I mean pray, speak, talk, journal about what you desire. The quantum field is everywhere. I can hear you everywhere. You can pick up on your thoughts, on your feelings, all the things everywhere. Ask for that instead. No big deal. Realign. Are there more things that are coming up that need to be cleared with you? Are there more thoughts, feelings, something that your husband said to you that, like, no way you could ever go to Bali? No way. Did that really hurt you? Do you need to clear that? You need to go through and do the energy clearing again. You need to go through and do the cutting of the energetic cords again. You need to go through and do that release stuff again. And you need to conscious journal out all of that. Okay. The point, you should be so crystal clear in your manifestation, like squeaky clean energy. And by squeaky clean energy, I mean that it feels so freaking good when you talk about it. Like, I'm going to get $1 million business owner this year. So freaking clean. I'm so excited about it. My business is going to hit $1 million this year. I don't know how. I don't know when. But I know it's going to. And I'm so excited for it. I'm going to write a $58,000 check to Siren Eat and Shelter. And I'm so excited. I don't know when. I don't know how, but I know I'm going to. I literally can see myself writing out a $50,000 check, signing my name at the bottom and dropping it off. Like, not even, just like dropping it off in the car. I'm like, okay, I'm going to nice show and make it mark up the door. I've already planned it. I've seen it. I felt it. I've heard it. I can literally see myself. It's going to happen. It's my energetic projection. It's going to happen soon. I can literally feel it. Being and realigning with her. That's realignment. The last step, you guys, is celebrate. And this is often one that's overlooked. This is often one that people are like, I can't celebrate until it happens. And I can get that at a certain point. But what's really worked for me is to celebrate that I've seen it happen, that I visualized it happening, that I know how I'm going to celebrate. Because oftentimes when it actually shows up in your reality, it's something that like you're grateful for, but you're not really ready to celebrate because you feel like you've already celebrated it because it's already happened. Here's the thing, and I don't want to go too deeply into this, but when you talk about jumping timelines, which you can do when you're working with the quantum field and manifestation and the laws of the universe, and all the limitless possibilities, because everything is limitless, right? Anything and everything that you want is available to you. It might not be on this current timeline, right? Like maybe it's on the next one, or maybe it's on below, or whatever. You have the ability to have anything and everything you want. And so when you have seen it, felt it, visualized it, your manifestation coming to you, you feel like you've already celebrated it, right? Like in my case, I've already celebrated it because I've seen myself walking in there and writing that check, right? I've already celebrated that. Like I've already celebrated it with my girlfriend. I've celebrated it with my husband. Like I've celebrated it with champagne and like, oh, yummy, just like the yummy feeling of that, of writing that $50,000 check. I celebrated $1 million business with my team, with my incredible VA coming here and treating her to Skin Boss, Med Spa, and getting Seychelles, and like having champagne and caviar for lunch, and like yummy sushi, and like going on a shopping spree with her and all the things. I've celebrated that. I've celebrated the F out of that. And I've like seen that happen, and like we're giggling and celebrating with my boys at like one of our favorite places, just all of that. That celebration. So how can you visualize your celebration and then celebrate it? Maybe not on the same level, but celebrate it somehow. What would that look like for you? That's the last step in my manifestation process. Again, I invite you to use this manifestation process. It works. It works. Again, if you feel like you haven't laid a solid foundation, I invite you to lay a solid foundation for it. And I can totally help you do that. You can also do that. There's a ton of resources. I have a ton of free resources. And MMA is getting ready to open too. It's opening today. So you can also come and join us in there. But use this manifestation process. It's helped hundreds of women, including myself. All right. So a few more things I want to talk about. We're coming up on the hour. I have quite a couple of things left, but I'm going to try to speed this along. So we manifest based on evidence around us. Meaning, remember when I said, when you're on this, did I say $8 or $10 million manifestation line? You expect your manifestations to come true. You expect things, right? You're not sure, unsure. You're not like, oh, I think that's going to happen. You expect them to happen. And you have evidence that they happen, right? Because there's like people all around you that it's happening for. And because it's happened to you before. So you have evidence. We manifest based on evidence. So a big part of this is, who do you surround yourself with? Are they the evidence for you? Do they believe in you? Or are they like, Jess, there's no freaking way you can do that this year? Who do you surround yourself with? Because they should be your best freaking cheerleaders. If they're not, you need somebody else. Surround yourself with people who are doing it already, who make you feel a little uncomfortable because you're like, yeah, I'm not quite there yet. But who make you feel freaking wild and bold because you know what's available to you and you know what's coming to you. We manifest based on evidence. Where can you find the evidence? Who can you follow online? Who is like such a reminder for you, almost a trigger. If they trigger you, that's okay. For what's available to you, because everything's available to you. The last thing I'm going to say before I wrap up here is, and this doesn't go without saying, as I have such a belief and certainty in the universe that I've always conspired in my favor, that I don't see things as right or wrong. But I know that if you're not at this level that I'm at, and it's okay if you're not, there is a concern. Do you hear my little one? The babysitter, they're having so much fun playing. It's like, so warms my heart. What if it doesn't go right in your manifestation journey? Like the quantum field and the irrefutable laws of the universe are there to support you. So meaning if your manifestation doesn't go right, like it's not, you get it and it's not exactly what you wanted. It doesn't give you this feeling that you thought you were going to get. This is like a legit fear for some people. It's like, okay, so what if, all right, let's play this out with me. What if you're desiring this like incredible corporate job and you get it and you're like, well, this is magical. It's like all this more money for my family. Like it's more travel. It's all the things, all these incredible benefits. Great. But you get in there and you're like, whoa, this is like way more than I thought it was going to be. Way too many hours, way too much responsibility. Like nobody likes me. This makes me feel terrible. Like all this anxiety, my central nervous system is not calm. I don't know what to do. And you're like, I asked for this and I manifested it. And I'm so excited about it. But this isn't what I wanted. I didn't want to feel like this. My manifestation didn't go right. Can you anchor back in? And a lot of times people don't even see it on this side of it. They'll see it on the before side, right? They're allowing the fear of their manifestation before it even comes true to hold them back, right? So this would be something that you need to clear if your manifestation hadn't already come true. You want to clear this because you wouldn't really know how it feels until you're in it. Okay. So look for that. But then if you're in it and this happens, you, number one, you should celebrate the F out of this because you manifested it. And number two, start over again. Because all of these principles I taught you, all of these steps I taught you are applicable over and over and over again. So once you manifest everything you want, go back and do it again. And go back and do it again. And go back and do it again. Again and again and again and again. That's it. So if this is what you desire, you have it now, but it's not what you desire anymore. Go back to the chart of the quantum and ask for something else. There is no fear. There's no fear. You are always supported by the universe. Always.